What's up guys, this is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we're going to do another first shots video. We're going to be talking about the TX22, which is the new 22 pistol that hit the market recently from Taurus that has promised a lot of upgrades over previous pistols on the market, and today we're going to take it out and shoot it. Before we do that, I want to mention my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys so much because YouTube demonetized me a few months ago. You've really kept the channel moving, and I super appreciate you helping me pay for ammo and guns and all that cool stuff. I also want to mention local homeless shelter in the description below that if you click in the donate section, you'd really help those kids out, and I would appreciate that. Now back to the Taurus here. This gun was sent to me by Alexander's Armory, is a online gun dealer, and he wanted to know if I wanted to try any pistols out for the channel, and I said this one was the most requested one we've had in quite a while, and I haven't done a 22 for a while, so I thought it would be really cool. And on the backing up on the success of the Taurus G2C and the G3, I actually have more higher hopes for this than I would have last year for a Taurus. Taurus, it seems, in 2019 at least, really stepped up their game, and I'm hoping that this is going to be another example of that. And I haven't shot this yet, but I have felt the gun a little bit, you know, felt her up, and it feels really good. The grip feels nice, the texture is well done, the trigger undercut is really nice. The trigger so far feels insane. It's got some new system, the Pittman system I believe, and it's definitely the best trigger I've ever felt on a 22 of this price for that matter. It's got some pretty decent sights on it, white 3-dot sights with an adjustable rear. Not amazing fiber optic sights, but this gun comes in for around $300 I believe, so it is very impressive. It comes with a Picatinny rail, has a 16-shot magazine, and it does come with 2 of those, and it comes with a manual safety right here. I'm a little on the fence about the manual safety just because of how small and dinky it is, and the fact that it actually doesn't have any notification type thing on it to let you know whether it's on safe or on fire. I know most of the time down is fire, but there are plenty of guns out there where if you sweep up the gun it's on fire, and if you sweep down it's actually unsafe. So just for a visual aid, it would have been nice if there was like a red dot or something, which you normally get. It doesn't have ambi controls, but it does come at an extremely low price point, and it does even have functional front slide serrations if you would ever use those on a 22, I'm not sure. We're gonna shoot Remington Golden Bullet out of it today because like 2 years ago I bought, I don't know, like 10,000 rounds of it when it was on sale. So I got a lot of this. So expect a few more 22 reviews in the future using Remington Golden Bullet as well. And Remington's kind of an interesting company because I used to think Remington and Taurus were like the low-rung companies that have been out lately, but Taurus has really jumped the gun on Remington and put out a bunch of really decent products in the last year or so. So we're gonna take this out there and we're gonna shoot it. Now we are gonna be fighting some wind today. I live in Iowa and it is January in Iowa, but it's actually kind of a warm day for us. We're in the high 40s today, but the only downside is we're gonna have about a 20-mile-an-hour wind, but we want to take advantage of the warm weather and get you guys some gun content. However, again, there may be some wind noise. We have taken all the precautions, but Iowa's a very flat state and it's a very windy state, so bear with me. Taurus TX22 is a 4-inch striker-fired 22 pistol that holds 16-round magazines, which is actually pretty cool because most 22s don't come with a higher capacity magazine. If you haven't seen the first shot videos before, basically just take it out to the range and just shoot the damn thing and see how it performs. A couple hundred rounds, and then later we do a 1,000-round review. Check and see if that was a failure. It kind of felt weird, but it did lock back. Oh, that time we had a failure. Oh, we had just oh no, we did have a failure. Okay, so we got our first failure. We got a round in there with a failure to extract. All right, so we had our first malfunction on the second to last round of the second magazine, so about 30 rounds and then a failure. I had to get my pocket knife in there and kind of pry it out. It was just a spent casing in there that got stuck. Pretty common 22 failure. We'll see if we get any more. The answer is yes, we will get some more. So we had our second malfunction. Now remember that these Remington Golden bullets are hollow points. It might have something to do with it. However, when the round was trying to be stripped by the slide going forward, it stuck the round right into the magazine itself and just got stuck right in the lip of the mag there. You can see that's what the lip of the mag did to the round. It seems like the rounds in the magazine are stacked weird and for lack of a better word, unstraight. They are all over the place. And the mags don't want to seat the rounds up.
So it could be my fault.
I don't know if it is.
But it could be.
Did you load that mag?
I loaded one of the mags.
Okay. Ran there. Let's try the mag I loaded. Now the mag I loaded's got some craziness to it too. You see how the bullet's kind of hanging over the side of the other round? That's strange. That worked. Strange though. So I tried to insert my magazine and hit the slide release, and we have another failure. So it's having trouble stripping the rounds out of the magazine. It appears to me like it could be the ammo, sure, because we've only tried one ammo, but it appears to me like this is just a piss poor magazine. They're locking back though, which is nice. Have to pay attention to how carefully those magazines are loaded. What we're gonna do is just download the mags a few, and when we've been loading them, kind of just been holding them upside down, kind of giving them a little flick to kind of straighten them all out in order, and they've been working so far. I got some questions earlier on why you would buy a 22 pistol of this size. Honestly, there's a few reasons. Number one, varmint control. Number two, target plinking. It's fun to shoot these. There's no recoil, there's no consequences for you to shoot them really on your ears or on your wrist for that matter. They're pretty quiet. You still need ear pro. I know when I was younger we shot 22s without ear pro, but that's not very smart, guys. But if you put a suppressor on them, they're super quiet, which is really nice. And the other thing most people discredit is concealed carry. So I know ladies that carry guns like this because that's the only gun they feel comfortable training with. And I'd rather have a 22 that I'm good and trained with than a 380 or a 357 that I'm not. I mean, you can discount 22 because it isn't what a caliber that I would consider as a carry option, but is it still deadly? Absolutely. I mean, 16 round magazine, if you dump 4 or 5 of these in somebody's face, you're not gonna be doing whatever they were doing before that were bothering you. Fast. I like that trigger. Fast trigger. Good reset. Pew.
You ready?
Yep. What'd you think?
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot more fun than
9 mil or 40, 45?
Yeah.
Probably like that better than the HK Mark 23, huh?
Yep.
Light that wide one up right in front of you. Light him up. Nice.
Got a little carried away there.
Any first impressions?
Yeah, I really like it.
Oh, nice.
I really actually do.
$300 gun too.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a lot of fun to play around with.
And no malfunctions since the first few.
Yeah, luckily.
Yeah, well, I mean,
like
22s have a break-in period, and they also don't love certain types of ammo, and we're only using one, so what the hell are you doing?
What do I do with my hands?
Okay, Ricky Bobby. Alright, so in the wind tunnel that is Iowa, we got the TX22 out here, and we're going to shoot at 50 yards. I think I'm hitting that little one. I just don't think it's making enough sound to get back here.
Maybe.
Am I hitting it or no? I can't tell. That big one. Yeah.
The wind is so bad that your beard is like, yeah. All right.
All right, so now we're back at about 35 yards here in like literally whirlwind winds. And we're gonna try to group this 22 on my A-zone Wilson Combat Steel target down there and just see what kind of groups we can get, because I'm kind of going all over the place at 50. If there's even any viewers left because of all the wind noise.
Horrible wind.
Yeah. Kind of groups we got with the TX22 at 35 yards. These two were me just kind of seeing if I could hit it. I went for the head and I got him, and I thought I was dead on. And then I was aiming at this guy right here, and I ended up coming off high right, which is usually the opposite of what I normally do. If I usually miss, it's bad trigger control, and it's usually low left a little bit. It's a good sign of trigger control. But I'm all high right with this guy, and not a bad group for 35 yards. Should probably be better, but it's crazy windy. So far the accuracy is good. We had some reliability problems to begin with, but that's to be expected. In particular, cheaper 22s especially need a pretty decent break-in period generally. And after we put a couple hundred rounds through it, it's ran fairly well so far, even with that Remington Golden Bullet, which definitely isn't the highest quality 22 ammo. But hey, if you buy a 22, you're usually not going to shoot the highest 22 ammo, so no big deal. Safety, I completely ignored, didn't use at all. The magazine release could not be more recessed. It's actually fairly difficult for my big gorilla fingers to get in there and actually get to it. However, the rest of the control is pretty spot on. Slide release works well, and the trigger is exceptional. Whatever they did with the trigger on this gun, I'm pretty impressed with. So far, it's been a decent gun. Stay tuned for the full 1,000 round, maybe 2,000 round review. Hard to say, 22 is pretty cheap. We usually do 1,000, but we might do more. Again, thanks to Alexander's Armory for sending this in, and stay tuned for more Taurus TX22 on the channel. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.